Hi, and welcome to the BookishStitcher Podcast. My name is Jeanette. My username on Ravelry is Lublю Visats, which means love to knit in Russian. And my username on Instagram is BookishStitcher. So let's get started today with what I finished. So it's been my goal, to knit starting goal, to knit a small Christmas present, something that just takes a few hours, a weekend up until Christmas, so that I have everything done in time. Because I knit a lot of Christmas presents. So the thing I knit this weekend was a little hat for my best friend's 2-year-old daughter. And it was another goal of mine this year to use up some of those little leftover balls of yarn because my buckets were getting quite full. So this used 4 colors, a pink, a light purple, a blue, and of course the dark purple. I think I still have a tiny bit of the dark purple left, but that'll be gone soon. And it's just a hat. It fits really well on my 2-year-old, so I had her model, and she did not want to give it up. She wanted to keep this because she loves knitwear. And but it's going to a friend's daughter for Christmas. Still have to sew in all those ends, but the color work looks kind of cool on the inside. But so that was so addictive, using up, like, I used up another ball of yarn, I used up another, and just seeing the bucket go down, that I cast on for that little girl's big sister another hat for a Christmas present, and it's getting too big for the bag it's in. This is blues, purples, and a light spearmint color. And again, I just, with scrap hats, I just make up random patterns. I don't really follow patterns unless I have a brand new full skein and I have a vision, and it's normally just made up pattern. So that was that. And then I decided I've been wanting a sweater for myself. It was really cold here in San Antonio, last winter, and I realized I don't really have anything that I like that I will wear for myself, and I'm always knitting for others. So my goal is to start a sweater now in hopes that it will be ready for me to wear in the fall and in the winter and early spring. So I cast on where it looks really cozy and snuggly, which is kind of my style. That's called the Snowbird by Heidi Kiermaier, and I am doing it out of Knit Picks City Tweed DK in the Enchanted colorway. It's a green tweed, and I believe this one was just it was like an on sale colorway, and since I needed a whole bunch for this huge giant sweater because it's really long, and I picked a clearance one. It's really soft. I like Knit Picks for various purposes. And I finished the left front collar, and I'm working on the right. And I hope to have that done today and started with the main body of the sweater, because I'm really, really wanting just a mindless, just I can go and not have to think about it knitting. And I know that this sweater will be that once I can get all the pieces together and just started. So that's that. And then the projects that I showed you last week, I'm still working on them, but they're in the slog part right now. You wouldn't be able to tell, like, oh, she made progress. No. So I'm just going to show them when you could actually tell that I've made progress. So you'll see those occasionally pop in and out, and I'm really not worried about getting them done. They don't have deadlines except Christmas, so I'm not worried about that. Spinning. Spinning is kind of the same in that I'm still working on that one on my trindle and nothing new. So that I'll show when it's done, like when I'm flying it, because it's just the same thing. And nobody wants to do the same thing over and over. So on to enabling. Like I said, I went to SSK, and I have been saving up my money since I found out I got in at the very beginning. And so it was months and months and months, I think 10 or 11 months of saving up and not buying yarn at all. And every time I wanted to buy yarn, I'd put the money in a jar. And my stash had gotten really small. I mean, I probably could before I bought all the yarn at SSK, I probably could have used up what I had left in a year. So that's pretty small. Some people, when I told them that at SSK, were very shocked. So I decided, so I had a lot of money that I was spinning at SSK, and I wanted to get a lot, so I did. And I've decided to show you guys by booth, so that way you can kind of just see what I got at the different booths. So the booth for this week is KnittyandColor, and I actually got to hang out and knit with her Wednesday night with a little bit. I got to hang out with her and the KnittyandColor dyer, and then Gail's Art dyer, and Knitter's Nightmare, and a whole bunch of the other ones, and that was really fun, just to kind of get to hang out and meet them. And she was really, really sweet, and I was really glad to try out some of her stuff. So I got the trindle at Gail's Art, like I said last week. So I got these little tiny batlings, or bitty betties. Itty bitty betties is what they're called. And this is the teal one, and it's really pretty. And I just thought those would be really great for the trindle, because the big braids kind of are intimidating to me on the trindle. I'm sure on a spinning wheel it would go fast, but on the little drop spindle, it's taking a while. So these are going to be good. There's a purple one. They're called Grape, and it's just 1.4 ounces, so that shouldn't take too long to spin on the trindle. I got 2 of those, and then I got some of her color set gradients, whatever. This first one is the Lilac Mint Color Block Set. It starts off with like a mint, and it's darker green, and blue to a purple. And I want to make a shawl, and this one's sparkly. I want to make a shawl with this, so if anybody has any suggestions, please put them in the comments below, because I'm looking through patterns. I haven't decided yet. This is the next one that I got. It's Chartreuse Grape, and it's a 3-set color block. And on this one, I want to, it's green, black, and purple. I want to make Colorwork Cal, and I've again been looking for some, but if you have any recommendations, that would be great, because I haven't really found much in that aspect. So on to the books part of the podcast. I had my book club last night, and it was a great turnout. It's not my book club. It's one of the, there are several ladies that are in it. But I had that last night, and there was wine and good food, and it was really, really nice just to hang out and get to talk to these ladies, because they're all so smart and intelligent and really creative people, and I just like getting to spend time with them. So the book that we read was, let's see, Wild by Cheryl Strayed. And the consensus on this book was that none of us really liked it. The whole idea behind the book is that this woman she's in her mid-20s, her mom has died, and she's married, and she leaves her husband and just decides to go out and hike the Pacific Crest Trail. And she doesn't plan, and she just decides to do this huge undertaking, and she's very lucky that she makes it out alive. And honestly, seems like she's just a really lucky woman in general, because she makes it out alive of this trail. Then she manages to get a book deal, and now they're making her book into a movie. I don't know when it's coming out, but I know it's starring Reese Witherspoon, and I do like Reese Witherspoon's films, so I might go try to check it out. And if I don't like the film, I just lost an hour and a half of my life versus the hours and hours I lost reading that book. But okay, so the reason why all of us didn't really like it was we felt that she was a very static character in the book. She made bad choices. She did drugs on the trail. She was, maybe you don't consider that a bad choice, but and she slept around a lot. And we just, felt that she never changed. She didn't have that moment where you felt like, okay, she was this way when she started on the trail, and now she's this way. We never had that. And so it was kind of just, everybody just didn't really like the book. So that was that one. The next book we're going to be reading is Goldfinch, and I'm really excited because I've heard good things about that, and it won the Pulitzer, so I'll let you know how that book is. And I'm still reading the ones that I talked about last week, so I have a lot of books and knitting on the table and needles and stuff. So that's all I have for you guys this week. Hope you have a great week, and that you enjoy your reading and your knitting time, and that you just have a great week. Okay, guys. Bye.